Okay, so I'm happy with the door fit, a fairly even gap down the side there. So I'm now going to mark out where my hinges are coming. Okay, so again, it's another one of these standard practices. So I'm coming 150 mil down, and I'm marking both the door and the frame at the same time. I'm going to come from the bottom of the door, 225 up. This is one that everybody gets struggled and don't want to get down on the floor to do it. And I'm going to put a little cross on the side it goes to make sure I come in the right direction. A little cross up there to make sure I come in the right direction. I'm actually going to put one in the middle on this. Generally, you don't put hinges in the middle unless it's somewhere like a bathroom, a kitchen where you've obviously got extra moisture, steam, etc., or an airing cupboard. Normally, internal doors, you only put a pair of hinges on. But for this today, I'm going to put actually a pair and a half on. So this one's going to go in the middle. So I want to go between my measurement there and the one up there. And I've got 1606, so it's going to be 803. And that's going to take me to the centre of my hinge. I'm going to grab one of my hinges. So again, for the thickness of and the size of the door, we're using 75 mil hinges. Okay, so I'm just going to half of that, 75, 35, 37, and a half. So again, I'm only going to do the one mark on there. That's where the hinge is going to go. Okay. Okay. Right, so I've got my little marks of where the hinges are going to go. And I'm going to take my hinge. If you have a look at hinges, they've got what they call knuckles. So you can see on this side, there's just 2 knuckles attached to this piece, and then there's 3 attached to that side. So the least number of knuckles go on the door. So what I'm going to do, we're going to turn the hinge over and drop it in on the door, and there's my pencil line I've just marked on with on the lining, and I'm just going to do a pencil line around the outside edge of there, the middle one, so make sure I've got the right line, because a couple of lines on there. I'm just going to accurately mark, and this sets out the depth of the hinge into the edge of the door, and then again at the bottom. So I've done that part on the door. Now I'm going to use the other side on my lining. So my pencil there, and a mark around that one. But I've only got to cut it in that thickness of the hinge. So rather than trying to draw a little narrow line on there, I'm going to use a marking gauge. Okay, and I'm going to set the point to the thickness of the hinge. Just check it. So that's about the thickness of my hinge. And I'm going to use that on the edge side of the door. And that just gives me a nice edge to put my chisel into. and repeat it on the door lining as well. So everything's going to be nice. Okay. What I can do is also set it, I need the hinge for that, can also set it to do a straight line up the edge of the door, especially where it's following a bit of grain like that, because the chisels want, and I'm only going shallow. They're keeping it pushed in. You can see even this is trying to follow the grain of the timber. I've got a nice line in there.